Hey YouTube, what's going on? Red Tearstone ring again. Hopefully my audio commentary sounds a percentage better. I tweaked the levels last time to try to get the most out of the crappy Apple headphones. But we're gonna use the internal. I still gotta make an investment in a proper mic. Anyways, we're gonna... I don't know exactly where we're gonna go with this commentary. Just kind of play it by ear. That first match went by pretty fast. This was just me on a Friday night, kind of just having some fun. I wasn't really... Usually when I try to invade in the forest as a Dark Wraith, it never works out because as soon as you step foot off those stairs, the fog wall comes up and you just kind of have to sit there and either wait to get invaded or get stuck in limbo. Waiting to get invaded by the forest hunters, who are supposedly in the forest to destroy people that don't belong there, or gankers. But as we all know, that forest hunters can choose to gank back. So I don't even, you won't even see me try to invade because it's really just, it's not even worth it. So I got the Black Knight axe going. I'm still trying to get those R2s. I think I'm gonna go for it here. Red Tearstone activated. Last time I didn't do much ring swapping. Here we go. Yes. Yes. My very first. So I was very happy when I landed that R2. Very satisfying. When ring swapping, I find that I usually forget to swap back to my standard Leo ring. Most of my builds just use the FAP ring and Leo ring. And then as the match continues, I'll either switch to a Hornet or Red Tearstone. If I know that whoever I'm fighting, or if I can kind of detect that my opponent is using the Hornet ring, I'll switch to a Hornet, or if I'm being ganked, I'll switch to a Hornet as well. But it's one of those judgment calls. My standard rings are, like I said, the FAP ring and the Leo ring. I think it's the Leo ring. Oh, sorry, Wolf ring. Wolf ring. I rarely ever land any damage with the Fire Tempest cast. I think I had a couple matches with this invader, Forest Invader. I've wanted to use the sword he's using. It's one of the Artorias swords. After I'm done trying out the Black Knight sword, I might try to make a build. I don't think any of my builds currently can have enough stats to properly wield the Artorias, any one of the Artorias swords. I forgot if it's intelligence or faith or one of them, but I never level up the stats that I need, so I've never used it properly. I can equip it and try it out, obviously, but Yeah, my stats are never good enough. This guy's health is just power within. I didn't want to be. I almost wanted to just stay away and just let him die on his own, but I didn't want to be a jerk. So I held out long enough to for that to happen. So Dark Souls 2 is right around the corner. I missed the first beta. I got an invite, and I usually work weeknights or weekend nights, Saturday nights, Friday nights. I work at a bar as a DJ on the weekend, so I think I missed it, or I got home too late because I think it was held. I live on the East Coast, so I got home around. I usually get home around 3 or 4 a.m. So I missed it, the first initial one, and then I got invites to all of them, but I missed either the first one and the second one. I forgot how many they held, but I finally got into the last one, and I was super tired when I got home, but I tried it out, and unfortunately, like, playing the beta kind of it made me less excited for Dark Souls 2. And I can't really explain why. It just, I guess it'd be like, it was the equivalent of playing Dark Souls with like a fat roll, like weapons that you don't really like and armor that you don't really care for, I guess. So it wasn't as enjoyable as I was hoping it would be. But obviously once, you start from scratch, you select the character that you like, you level up the proper stats so you get fast roll. I can't play with anything but fast roll. I hate slow roll, I hate fat roll, I can't do it. Even with like this, this weapon, the heavier weapons, you're really not meant to fast roll. Most people that play with heavy weapons sacrifice their mobility for a lot of poise. You're pretty much just supposed to poise through attacks because of the swing speed is it's incredibly slower. But I refuse. I'm stubborn, and I want to equip the heavy weapons and still be able to fast roll. So I'll throw on the Dingy Robe, just really the lightest possible armor. I'll throw on the hollow leggings and the wolf ring, and that'll give me enough poise to still be able to at least take 1 or 2 hits. I'm not good enough yet to play with anything below 50. Like the lowest I think I allow or I go is like 48, 47. And obviously that's not by choice. That's because that's the best I can do with the armor I got and still being able to fast roll. The wolf ring is obviously vital in that situation. But then, like, I think about like making a heavy build and using. I was away from my controller there and kind of caught me off guard. The guy had no mercy. Didn't even give me a second. But I don't enjoy poising through, ridiculous amount of swings and just going for the backstab. Like I don't think it's fun. I don't enjoy it that way. It's more, to me, the rolling through attacks and all that. That's more fun. Like just using 100 plus poise and just circling your opponent and going for a BS every time it annoys me when it's done to me, and it's not fun doing it to opponents. So yeah, I usually keep it around 50. My toggling is horrible. So I stick to more quick dexterity builds. But that Black Knight greatsword is pretty sick. I was having fun playing with it. I used to hate this curved sword. Now it's kind of one of my go-tos. After I'm trying to get away, as I said in my last video, from the Claymore. Larianus. I've been facing really pretty decent. That Soul Spear should have gotten me. Jumped right into it. I've been coming across some pretty decent mages that use their casts, keep the distance, and really don't even, I don't know what they have on their offhand, but I never see them switch from their catalyst. And I don't know if it's that they're still learning, but they just, or they want to stay true to the build that they have. But man, like if I was a caster, I would have, something on my offhand, like a rapier or some sort of dagger. When you have an opponent that won't give you space to cast, and that's usually my strategy. When I see, the dusk helm or ears with a catalyst in the left hand, and sage wardrobe or robes or whatever, I know that's a sorcerer, so I really don't give him any space, and it usually works. And they'll risk it and cast way too close, and I'll go around for the backstab. This guy isn't one of those, obviously. He has a crystal axe. I'm not exactly sure which axe that is. It's just a great axe. That night I feel like there was a decent amount of players, at least in the forest. Some nights it's just not as great, but it's never dead. It'll be a little slow, but just give it time and usually they'll start to pick up. But definitely Friday and Saturday nights were, and early, I think I was playing, or evening I guess, I was playing around 7. From 6 to 7, maybe 6 to 8. I think I recorded for about an hour and a half, somewhere in that time frame, Eastern Standard. It was pretty busy. He casted that too close to me. Obviously, took advantage of that. Went for the backstab. He's not gonna. He doesn't want to make the same mistake and cast too soon. But see, I'm surprised he doesn't have another weapon to switch to. As I was chasing him, this is when you need a Shotel. I don't remember if I tried to switch to it or not, but he just refused. He wanted to build distance for casting. And I don't remember if the curved sword does bleed. This is when I tried to switch to it. I switched to the Moonlight Sword. I don't know how that missed. I could have chipped away at his health. Not having any luck with those R2s. That one right through him. Was out of stamina there. Tried to go for the roll. It's not a single one. Here I thought he was gonna cast Pursuers or Bead, so I didn't go around for the backstab. I didn't even know what he cast until I caught it on the right side of the screen there. Yeah, I make the mistake of switching to the, I forgot what it's called, the Dragon Sword or something. And I'm too heavy, so I had to unequip the club. I really wanted to get him, but in the end, that Phantom Spear, it didn't look like it hit me, but GG. I mean, it was, he earned that win. Put up a good fight. Nice R1 back BS combo. And the honorable Forest Hunter deciding to interrupt. Yeah, doing both. Being a Forest Hunter and just being in the forest, and I rarely ever summon. It really, like, I don't complain when Forest Hunters gank, because as a Forest Hunter, you never know what to expect. You know, you'll see a host by himself, and you'll run up to him. Next thing you know, the Phantom comes in and BS's you. So I understand why, you know, they're first to the prey gets the kill, I think, is the Alvina, what Alvina preaches about the Covenant. So I see both points. I mean, I'm sure Forest Hunters complain about ganking, and if you're hosting in the forest, obviously you could, just as I am, get ganked in the forest. This guy was funny. Not sure what he was doing or was up to, but
Very good.
I think he was looking for gankers. Saw that BS coming. It's always funny when you try to clear the forest before you get invaded. And sometimes you get caught and you end up being chased by 3 or 4 of the forest protectors, plus 2 phantoms. That's when you know you're kind of screwed. I stunned him to death just because he wasn't giving me a chance to get rid of this Forest Hunter, so I just R1'd him into infinity there. It's him again. Yeah, he's definitely looking for gankers. Is that the Dark Sword? Excessive parries. Did me in there. Yeah, he's just waiting for parry, so I started to try to kick him. Which I think that shield doesn't do a proper... The stability on that shield's really good. I think it's the highest. The Silver Knight shield, I think. Should have done the BS with the Zwei. Partial parry. The other Force Invader, I think, was annoyed that he didn't let us duel it out. And he ends up taking me out. And jumps off. This is pretty bad. I thought he was going to give me a chance to heal. I don't know why. He's a Dark Wraith. Never trust a Dark Wraith. He's being true to the Dark Wraith Covenant, so no salt. Bad judgment call on my end. Got a hair of vitality left. Desperately trying to heal. And I come up with this great idea. He's yeah. Well done. Well done. I like this axe, but I don't use it as often when I have it equipped for some reason. If I had the rapier, I'd be switching to it constantly. But for some reason, I forget that I have the axe equipped. So I rarely pull it out. So that's going to do it for this one. This is the last match. Thanks for watching. And I'll catch you on the next video. Later.